It's time for another tale from the glass-guarded world, with Brian as Paxton the human cleric and fighter, Danielle as Athelflaed the halfling rogue and monk, Ashley as Tara Dane the human fighter, Chris as Aster Fortuna the half-elf rogue and bard, and me, Mike, as the DM. We are nearly at the end of Season 1. This is the next to the last episode. Episode 40 will finish up the season, and we'll have an out-of-game wrap-up episode after that. Then we'll go on hiatus for a while, possibly a few months, while I do some writing and we record a backlog of episodes. We may release a couple of unrelated game sessions and maybe some music, just to make sure you know we haven't disappeared. Our episode today has the player characters planning for a homecoming party for Tara Dane. They are secretly planning to sneak out during the party and break the soul jar, in the hopes that this will somehow save the world. First, they have more plotting to do. It is the 5th of 9th month, 2007. After a landing and arrival, you visited Tara's family, the wealthy and successful Dane family of the famous Dane Trading Company. Tara's parents, and Finn's parents for that matter, welcome you to the house, and you spent much of the day explaining your adventures to them. You chose to leave out some of the most dramatic parts, and you didn't tell them about your plan, which is to break the soul jar in the hopes that doing so would somehow save the world. Since I haven't re-listened to that episode, I was hoping maybe you could clarify for me, what did you not tell your parents, and what did you tell your parents about what happened?
Well, what I told them was basically the beginning, right? So, meeting Paxton, meeting Athelflaed, going to the Western Bubble.
Okay.
I told them about that part. The part I did not tell them about was Mun's quest and going to the Great Forest and getting arrested and going to the Iron Empire.
Okay.
And all the things that would kind of lead to having to explain what we're doing. Yes.
Okay. So you haven't told them about the Eastern Bubble or the Words of Foresight or any of that stuff?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, Tara, your family is holding a party tonight to celebrate your return after you as a group suggested it. And it's being thrown on short notice, but the 4 biggest trading families will be there, because that's what happens when one of them throws a party. So before we get to the party, what are you guys going to spend the day doing?
Well, I think when we ended things last time, we had time in the evening to talk amongst ourselves and plan. Yep. So I think we need to plan.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
That's a very good idea.
So, we can take like a private sitting room and lock all the doors and talk this out amongst ourselves.
Okay. You do that.
Okay. So, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, since you're well known in Arrival, I would say that it probably shouldn't be you doing it publicly, but maybe one of us could probably do it and people wouldn't immediately recognize us.
I absolutely don't want to be seen doing this. Any of you have any skill with disguising others?
Yes, that would I can. That would be me.
Because if you could do like a really good job and people didn't see me, that would be okay. I've had a couple other thoughts. Maybe if we have the party, in the bank nearby, we can bring out some special wine for the people who are guarding the soul jar. And that wine might put them to sleep.
Ew.
If you could get them to drink the wine, they may not want to drink it if they're on guard duty.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Well, I've had some experience with giving wine to gods before.
Yeah. We may need someone to give it to them in a very persuasive or loquacious way.
Yes, that might also be really a great job for Aster. And alternatively, someone can drink the Etten friend potion and become a really great distraction. But my only concern there is that they would arrest the Etten and then you would turn back and then you would, yeah.
Yeah, I don't see any way that someone could turn into an Etten and then it not end with a massive citywide battle to kill the Etten.
Yeah. I can see that too. Yeah, that's a worry.
We could just blame it on the punch.
Well, from what you've told us, Tara, your weapon, the Chainbreaker, isn't it only useful by you because you've attuned to it?
Yeah, yes. I mean, I am attuned to Chainbreaker, and I don't think anyone else can use it. I imagine other things can probably break the glass, but I think that this pickaxe seems kind of like it really wants to do it.
Okay.
Oh, all
And
right.
who will be on guard duty that night? Will it be your friends?
Well, they were the morning shift before, so I'm assuming that they won't be an evening shift.
Got
'Cause,
it.
you know,
Got it.
they tend to be an 8-hour shift.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. So I don't think it'll be them in the evening. Plus, let's be honest, they'll probably be at the party.
If we could maybe break into 2 squads, we could have one group that's actually going to break the glass and a distraction group that, like, loudly walks up in front of the guards with a bunch of pickaxes and hammers and is like, we're definitely gonna break the soul jar now. And then they might run away from the soul jar to attack that group, leaving the soul jar unattended while group B actually breaks it.
Well, I can cast invisibility on myself, and I kind of want to be near Tara just in case things get wild.
That sounds like a wise plan. Smash and run and
Yes.
Turn
Yeah.
invisible. Well, I can do that too, and in the meantime, I could distract the guards with my wiles.
Yeah, and well, we can also have team distraction just be a distraction.
I can go ahead and play like I'm drunk again and make a scene.
Athelflad would be probably a natural
Yeah,
Oh, she was amazing.
being distracting.
I honked in the bushes.
So you're saying that team distraction would be all 3 of us, and you would be the soul smasher that would run away and then turn invisible.
Well, I mean, Aster can help me smash if he wants, or you could all distract, or that's. What do you think?
Can you both turn invisible after whenever you run away?
He says he can.
Yep.
Okay. Can you also disguise her during the process of smashing so that people don't see
Yes.
Tara Dane smashing the soul jar?
I have my disguise kit, and if I do a good job, she should be well hidden from being recognized, and then I can cast disguise self on myself so I don't look like my beautiful self.
That's good. And
Sounds like
you
a plan.
guys can either offer wine to put them to sleep or throw up in bushes.
Yeah. It worked last time.
I'm wondering what type of distraction we could make that would draw. There's typically 4 guards.
Correct.
Okay, all 4 guards away. Because I'm thinking since they're not typically used to people actually trying to protect the soul jar, it's mostly a ceremonial job, right?
Yeah.
I'm thinking that maybe if I'm fake trying to restrain Athelflad and I'm like, whoa, you can't destroy the soul jar, that's crazy. Then that might draw all 4 of them away to help me apprehend this
Yeah.
obviously crazy person.
Yeah, don't tell me how to live.
Sure. But can you disguise them too? Because I don't want my friends to be one of the crazy people who wants to break the soul jar and then the soul jar breaks.
Yes.
Athelflight
Ooh.
can disguise herself.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You have those robes, and then Paxton, you can try and look different too.
I could try, but if I'm trying to stop someone from breaking the soul jar, then I wouldn't be breaking any laws.
That's fair.
Unless they get that it's a a ruse.
Yeah.
We could also try to pay some local bandits or something to make a distraction to attack the guards and maybe draw them away.
I guess, can I look around for, like, thieves' cant
Sure.
to see if there are any local?
Can I give her advantage?
Sure, you both go look for some signs. Okay. Not a lot of luck. You can find some indication that there have been thieves doing some work in the area, but nothing recent.
Okay.
Tara, would you know of like a local bar or anything where ne'er-do-wells hang out? Yeah, because we don't necessarily need thieves, we just need bandits willing to do a job for some money.
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave it up to you, Ashley, whether Tara knows such a shady place or whether that would be totally out of
Would
no.
I know?
Aster, on the other hand, would certainly know some shady places.
Yeah, Tara might know, like, where the not great side of town is, but she don't know anything particular about where you'd find the shadiest folks.
What about the biscuit place?
No,
It's just teenagers.
Oh.
Can I do what I know? Shady areas.
Yeah, you know some shady parts of town, and you know some shady people. Yeah, you don't know where the Soothing Symphonium is right now, but you know some shady parts of town where you could probably find someone. Now, there are downsides to that. There could be double crossing and other stuff going on, but you're pretty sure that you could, say, go down into the Undercity and see if you could find some folks who'd be willing to cause trouble.
So, I know some people, not all of them as chivalrous in trading as I am, but they could do the job.
Do you think that they would stop doing the job when they notice what we were doing, though?
We might have to limit the kind of information we let them know about. But other than that, as long as the distraction is far away from us and more focused on them, maybe they won't catch on. But that is a risk. We don't know what this third party would do, finding out that we were trying to break the jar.
Let me point out one other thing. So you had mentioned that if you change shape, the Chainbreaker would change with you, right? So you would, if you become an Etten, then you and whoever you're with, you form the two weapons. Right?
I myself wasn't going to become the Etten. I was talking about someone else becoming the Etten to be distraction.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I was just going to point out that what you could do is you could put Chainbreaker down, then take the potion, then pick Chainbreaker up.
Yeah.
And it would not transform as part of you.
Oh, good. If Aster doesn't give a very convincing disguise, we can definitely become an Etten.
Very true with my rolls.
I bet Ettins can run really fast.
What is their
I
speed?
guess I should look that up.
Out of the city, just full
How does
sprint.
it work when one half of an Etten takes an invisibility potion?
It would affect the whole creature.
Oh, nice.
It's one creature, right?
But would the potion transform with you?
We have to drop that too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We'd have
Right.
to,
If the person on the right takes an invisibility potion, then you only see what's left.
Oh, God.
Oh.
Please don't leave that in.
The Etten's movement speed is 40 feet.
Okay.
Fast.
Sorry. So the people of arrival, an Etten shows up, breaks the soul jar, disappears.
Now, did you tell your parents about becoming an Etten?
No.
Okay.
No.
Good to know. So they won't know it's you running around and...
They don't need to know the ins and out details.
How about 2 distractions? We could have me distract, being a little tipsy and running around the courtyard, and then all of a sudden an Etten appears. And then, in case they want to split up into 2 different groups, so they'll have to deal with 2 different distractions.
Not a bad idea. In case one distraction doesn't work, then the other one goes through, and in case 2 of the people go off to investigate one thing and leave 2 people behind to guard the soul jar, a second distraction would make sure that there's nobody left.
Have we given serious thought into soiling them?
I
That That way, they need to change their pants, and they'd have to leave the soul jar.
You're right. That might be life altering for Tara's buddy. I mean,
I don't think they're there.
pride and whatnot.
What's up with Aster and all these crappy ideas?
His childhood, Brian. His childhood.
All right.
All right. So seems like we have many ideas, and we're just gonna do something.
I like the idea of disguising ourselves, going there, having them distract the guards, breaking the jar, getting away, and hopefully living happily ever after.
I like that too. But if they look at me and they can still tell that I'm me, we're in.
That's true.
So, considering that we only have one weapon that we think would be even capable of breaking the soul jar, it doesn't really make sense for the team break the soul jar to really be any bigger than just Terra. Like, there should maybe be like a B team for distraction.
So I could stand by for talking to the guards or distracting them if your distraction doesn't work.
Yeah, or maybe
Or you
maybe if they're following Terra as she's running away, or they notice her or something, maybe you can distract them after they've noticed her. Like,
I
Yeah,
like
like a
that
second
plan.
wave.
So I'll stand nearby where Terra is. If they start splitting up after Terra, I can jump in. I'll protect you.
Okay. That's yes. Or you could play a song, but that's probably
Oh, I can-
distracting.
Probably calming emotions. I don't know if that will be.
do you have anything that could put them to sleep magically?
No, I wish I did.
Me too.
I chose invisibility over sleep.
Well, we can try the wine thing. I mean, they might
Yeah.
not drink it, but that could be a distracting thing.
Do I still have poison wine from that? Or would that have...
I'm gonna say you used that up.
Okay.
Oh,
Well,
actually,
don't
you
kill
left it
them.
with those. You left it with
Oh,
those
yeah,
guards,
I did.
remember? And
I
they
le-
knocked
I left it.
themselves out. So
Mhm.
yeah, it's all gone.
But might we know where to get that?
Maybe,
Yeah, I mean,
maybe Aster could go look around and see if he can find something like that.
Yeah.
It won't be cheap.
okay. Let me see. How much, we'll find out.
How much
it is
do you
when I
think
get
that
there.
would be, Aster?
Well, I did get it last time, so maybe I do know.
What's your medicine bonus?
Let's see here. My medicine bonus is probably not high. +1.
Yeah, you think that you could probably get it around here for somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 gold.
Holy Lord.
Do I believe him?
I have +6 medicine and +5 nature. Is there any way I could
Come with me.
use my herbal knowledge mixed with his roguishness to try to make something?
Actually, I think you would need proficiency with a poisoner's kit then.
Alternatively, I still have 390 gold from what Mun gave us, and I will give 100 of that gold to Aster to find something for sale.
My eyes light up a little bit, just a little.
Yeah, I think we can all throw in some money on this since
Yeah.
this is something we all want to accomplish.
Mhm.
I've just taken it from the Mun cash though, so I just consider that our petty fund. The office work fund.
It's a business expense.
So is that the plan?
Yeah, I give Aster to 100 gold.
Okay, let me write that down.
So we'll try to offer them wine that will put them to sleep, and then if that doesn't work, I will try to stop Athelflad from trying to break the soul jar. And that will maybe try to bring the people who didn't fall asleep away from the thing.
Ooh, maybe Athelflad wants to graffiti it.
Ooh, I like that. All right.
Yeah.
I'm going to draw a gigantic butt.
Yes. Perfect. They will hate that. Can you imagine they're the ceremonial guards and a gigantic butt gets drawn in it? That's terrible.
I wouldn't want to be on that shift.
All right. So
Okay, so Aster, you're going to try to go find some poison. All right, so
not
you
to kill them, to put them to sleep.
Yeah.
I want to be clear with that.
Right. So you set out that evening, and you head for the Undercity. I remember we talked about that before. You passed that the entrance
Okay.
on the way up to Tara's part of town.
Is anybody coming with me?
I want to go with him. I've never been to the Undercity.
All right. Let me remind you that you're wearing a huge suit of plate armor. Aster, you know this is a place where you're going, the rogues and the thieves and the smugglers and other people hang out.
Yeah.
All right.
Right? And if Paxton goes with you, you're taking a large, tall man wearing maybe not gleaming plate armor, but he's gonna kind of stand out.
Okay.
I can go.
I say that to Paxton.
I'm trying to figure out what my AC would be if I took off my plate armor and just wore normal clothes.
Then you would have 10 plus your dexterity bonus plus your shield bonus.
Only if he's using the shield, right?
That's right, only if you use the shield.
So I would be 11 just in regular clothes because
Okay.
I wouldn't have my shield with me. But I could leave my shield and mace at Tara's house, and if I need to use it, just zap it into my hand.
That's true.
So I think I'll do that.
That's true. Okay.
So I relay that information to Paxton as he makes that decision.
All right.
I will take that suggestion in consideration.
Yes, I think that would be smart.
All right.
These people are not that nice.
So you head out on the town. Is anyone going with you? Is it just the two of you, or is anyone else going?
I don't know if Athelflaed said she wanted to go.
Oh, if he couldn't go, but
okay.
Tara probably needs.
There's probably
Thanks.
good, probably not showing her face there.
Also,
With
there's
all the
party
sketch
planning
stuff
to be
going
done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. All right.
So
I would think you might get kidnapped if you try to go into the Undercity.
I think she could handle herself also, but
She could handle herself, but she probably shouldn't show up there to start some unneeded gossip.
So do you want to come with us, Athelflaed?
Sure.
Okay.
heading to the Undercity.
all
A
right.
merry band of thieves, but not really.
My kind of town.
You head to the Undercity. The entrance is this ramp leading down that's been carved into the ground. All sorts of people are going in and out. There's legitimate business going on. The deep dwarves, the Duergar, and the Drow tend to prefer to live down there, as well as some other kinds of dwarves as well. But you go to the Undercity, and you walk down this ramp. It winds around a few times. There are carts coming by, pulling goods. Sometimes stone is even quarried down here and brought to the surface. After making your way past some of the larger corridors, the larger tunnels, and passing a bunch of people, there are restaurants and inns and things like that underground. Aster leads you to some smaller passages, to some businesses that appear to be closed. And he walks up to a door, a wooden door and a stone wall. This apparently was a restaurant of some kind, and the sign is falling apart, and it says that it's closed. But Aster knocks on the door anyway. Aster, you know that this is a place that sometimes some fences will hang out that will buy stolen goods, and sometimes they have good contacts with people who've got poison. Sometimes they'll buy poison.
Okay.
You wait a little while, and the door creaks open a little bit, and you can see that there's a very thin elf, looks like a wood elf, who looks through the doorway and says, "Yeah, what is it? What do you want?
We've got business inside, my good man.
You got the gold for business?
Yes, I do.
All right, then. I think I've seen you before.
Oh, yes, I'm quite famous.
Really? All right, you're vouching for your friends here, huh?
Yes.
All right, well, you come on in." And he opens the door, and you can see inside, this is sort of a decrepit-looking common room from what used to be an inn, but he leads you back behind the bar and through a door, and then there's a much better maintained area here that appears to be a functioning shop. He invites you to have a seat while he unlocks a cabinet and says, "So, what can I do for you?"
We're looking for some poisons that can put about 4 to 5 gentlemen to sleep.
Poison, huh? Huh. You're not planning to hurt anybody, are you?
Nope, just
I wouldn't want
sleeping
anybody
time.
to get hurt, you know.
Oh,
I'm
of course,
I'm
of
a public
course.
minded citizen. It'd be better if you were using this, for killing some rats or something and that would be a better use of poison because I don't want you guys to get into any trouble.
Sure, that's what we're doing.
That's
Yeah,
what you're doing.
It's actually, for me, I've been having a lot of trouble sleeping lately, and I just wanted something that I could...
some sleeping potion.
Yeah, something I
Yeah.
could pour in a glass of wine and just
Yeah.
knock me right out.
I can help you with that, buddy. There's some medicine for you. Hang on just a moment, okay?
Hey, Paxton.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a restaurant.
You might be right, Athelflaed.
All right, so he goes back to the cabinets behind him that he's unlocked, and he moves some bottles around, and eventually pulls out a potion of a blackish bluish liquid, and he opens the stopper and sniffs it, and sort of pulls his head away and says, "Oh yeah, this is the stuff. This is gonna do it." Now, there's probably only enough in here for like you said, 5 people maybe, but if somebody drinks more than that, well, they're gonna go out, but they might not leave enough for somebody else. So you have to, portion control is going to be important here.
Of course.
So how would you suggest we dole out one serving size?
One, small cup, like a shot of this stuff. Yeah, like a shot of this stuff should do it.
Okay. Sounds easy enough to remember.
Yeah. So you give it to yourself. Give it to yourself because you're the one trying to sleep.
Correct.
And you'll be out in no time. Of course, if you're resistant to poison or something, then it wouldn't work. But since you're the one taking it, obviously you wouldn't be resistant to it.
Right. And once I drink some of this, how long can I expect to be awake for?
How long does sleep last?
Like, does he immediately fall asleep? And then...
Yeah, I'm asking how long it takes to take effect.
Oh, it's almost immediate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And knowing the duration would be helpful too.
All right.
Because I'm not exactly a light sleeper.
Yeah, you'll fall asleep right away, but it'll last. It'll last maybe. Well, it depends on how heavy a sleeper they are, but they'll be asleep for at least a minute. But if nothing wakes them up, they might sleep longer.
And by them, you mean me, right?
I mean you.
Wink,
yeah,
wink.
You. Yeah, you'll be asleep for at least a minute. It'll help you get to sleep, and if nobody wakes you up, you might sleep longer. If somebody wakes you up, though, you'll wake up.
You hear that, Aster? Don't wake me up.
Of course not.
Ah.
Of course not. I know you need your beauty rest.
Yeah, that'll be 100 gold.
Of course. Now, is there any way we can make that a little lighter for my pockets? Since I am well known, I'm part of a great troupe of merry entertainers.
Well, I don't know. Why do you think I should do that? I'm not just doing this for my own health. Why do you think I should help them out?
Now, do you know the troupe known as Soothing Symphonia?
Oh, yeah, I heard of them, yeah.
If you scratch my back, we'll scratch yours. And I am known to be a chivalrous man who delves in trade.
So, roll a persuasion check.
Alrighty. Here I go. All right, that's pretty good. 12 plus 7, like 19.
19. Yeah, all right. I want to help a fella out, So, you want the medicine for you? I got the medicine for you. I'll give it to you for 85. How's 85 sound?
85 sounds stupendous, my good sir.
Yeah, 85 will work.
And so I give that to him.
All right, you give him 85 gold. He gives you the bottle.
All right.
Yeah, you're good for business. I like the way you come around here and do business. You come back again, all right?
Of course.
I'll make sure to come back whenever I work my way through this one.
Of course, yeah, you do that.
All right.
Bring him with you, though. You don't come by yourself. You bring him with you.
No, okay. I don't think that'll be an issue.
No, of course not.
All right, anything else you want to do when you're in here?
Is there anything? I mean, I would imagine there might be some thieves' cant around here in terms of.
Yes. Yeah, for sure. It's not as well hidden down here as it is up above ground, so you can see, yes, there are various signs scrawled around of, crew looking to break into this bank, looking for a fourth, and there are people who are, someone who says they've got goods to, for sale to fence, and people advertising for equipment for thieves. All sorts of stuff's being advertised and painted all over the place around here.
Okay. Nothing dated around the time of the party?
No big events the time of the party,
Okay.
but they're not that specific. If you wanted to follow up on one of these leads, you might be able to find more information.
Okay.
You guys leaving?
Think so. I mean,
I think.
Okay.
I think we're good.
All right, so you head back above ground, walk down the big main tunnel up out of into the city again. The city is pretty busy at night. There are lots of people carrying goods around, back and forth, and there are people selling food on the street and people selling drinks on the street. And there are people who are, despite the fact that the city is blockaded, they are sort of reveling, enjoying the evening. It's a nice, cool autumn evening. And it's a nice evening. Do you want to do anything before you go back to Tara's house?
Paxton.
Yes.
That's quick thinking on your feet. Have you ever given any thoughts to being a trader of some sort?
A traitor?
You know.
No, I'd never betray my friends.
Trader with a D.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not real good with money.
Okay.
That's why I stick around you folks.
Well, the kind of trading I deal with is exchange of goods, not so much money.
Oh, well, maybe you can show me a few things.
All right.
Okay.
So I turn everyone into a thief.
You head back to Tara's house. Anything you want to do that evening? I guess, Tara, you and your parents are planning the party for tomorrow. As I mentioned, it's likely that you're going to have all the big trading families there. I should mention there are 5 major trading families. There's the Dane family, of course, which tends to specialize in manufactured goods of metal, ironwork, tools, equipment, farm implements, things like that. Then there's also the Saywall family. You would already know Maydu, the favored son of the family. They are known for their aggressive trade expeditions and their flamboyant wunderkind, Maydu. There's the Oinos family, the first major trading group on the island, and a respected rival institution in itself. And it is run by the elderly Swepnos, who is an ancient high elf. Then there's the Guos family, which specializes in livestock and trained animals, animal breeding. Their business is currently run by a pair of teenage twins. And then there's the Yugam family, and they once specialized in slave trading and got kind of a bad reputation, but eventually they moved into textiles and luxury goods. And all these families will be present at the Dane family home. It's almost impossible to have a big social function without having these families there. It would be a slight to one of them if they were not invited. And of course, Tara would be the guest of honor.
So, Tara, would it be a social faux pas to show up in full plate armor to a party? Or would that be like showing my station? Or how should I handle that?
Well, personally, I was going to wear my armor.
That would be a little weird, socially, but it's up to you.
We could change into your guys' armors as we leave. We could have it set aside somewhere that we could pick up easily.
It takes a while to put armor on and off, and if someone as refined as Tara is going to be wearing her armor to the party, well then heck yeah, I'll do the same.
Would it be a terrible idea, or would it be in character for Tara?
So, tell you what, roll. Can I have you roll here? Let's do a
Insight?
Insight history, something like that.
Yeah, history is probably a good choice. Roll a history check. See if you can figure out what the right cultural thing to do here.
Well, hold on. I gotta do math. I am proficient in history, but I have -2 int. So I got an 18.
18. All right. You think you might be able to pull this off if you were to put on your armor, but have it shined and polished and have it be sort of like you're dressing up.
Okay.
And Paxton would have to do the same if he wants to pull this off, but Paxton's armor is going to need more attention. Because he, number one, it's bigger, shinier, more prominent, and number two, I think Paxton probably doesn't take real good care of it.
Oh, it is newer.
Rude.
Okay. Well, so do I have, like in my room at home, like materials for polishing armor?
Sure.
Okay.
If you don't, Howie, your butler, can help you.
Okay. Yeah. So would that take us a long time to clean up?
You could probably do that this evening.
Okay, because I don't want to make anyone do it for us. So,
Right.
I tell Paxton that that's fine. I was gonna wear the same, and that but we are gonna go ahead and give it a little polish.
This might seem out of character for me, but I've been to the bathrooms here and they're really fancy. Can I take a bath? Like a good old
Absolutely. In
bath?
fact, that would be a really great thing to do for the party.
Paxton seems like he's really excited about taking a bath, but he's trying to hide it.
You could see if you look at Aster, his hair is still damp from a bath he just took after talking to Howie and being like, "Where's the baths? I need to cleanse my body for this party."
Yeah, they've got wonderful running water. It's great.
I'm gonna use soap and I'm gonna
Right.
wash my hair
Okay.
and I'm gonna be the cleanest I can ever remember being.
All right. Paxton cleans up. Anybody else? I guess everybody's going to clean up, although Ethelflad, you don't have to if you don't want to. But you did have a
Meanwhile-
bath a few weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
So,
Meanwhile, I just spit in my palms and like running through my hair.
Okay.
Is it possible for me to wear my entertainer's clothes?
Of
That's
course.
more flamboyant,
Yes.
and then hide my leather under it?
It'll show that you're wearing something underneath. But they might not be able to tell that's unusual for you.
Okay.
It might look a little strange, but
Okay.
that's fine.
Okay.
Only someone who is extremely worried about you doing something weird at the party would take note of that.
Okay.
That evening, you guys clean up. You get your outfits ready for the next day. The next morning, which is the 6th of 9th month, you get up. It's a nice, cool day. The garden is beautiful outside. Howie makes everyone breakfast. The adults, well, you're all adults. The parents of Tara and Finn are there for breakfast briefly, but they all get to work pretty quick, and they leave the party preparation up to Howie and some other people that he has brought in from the organization to help get things ready. What would you like to do?
I guess did we clean our armor last night?
Yeah, you did some of it last
Okay.
night. You could do some more this morning. What else do you want to do?
And I offered to help with the party.
Sure. All right, you want to make friends with the staff and
Sure.
Howie? Yes.
Can I be talking to the dad and just talking about poems and limericks and all this
sure.
random
But
stuff?
well, he's working actually. He's out in the shop.
What about the mother?
She is running the books and going around town making some deals.
Okay.
So they're not in a lot. If you wanted to go see the shop, you could go see the shop. They have a large warehouse and workshop out behind the house,
Mhm.
and the Finn's father is sort of in charge of design and planning the production of their different items and making sure production runs smoothly. And Tara's father manages the material purchases, the raw materials, and some of the planning. And it's an interesting operation if you're at all interested in business, but you're just trying to sort of ingratiate yourself, I guess. Okay, all right.
Obviously.
Yes. Roll a performance check. Although you're not using your guitar, right? And you're not going to sing to them while they're taking you on the tour.
No, more
right?
like talking to them, giving them
Right.
poems.
So just give me
and-
the performance check without the bonus from the guitar.
Yeah. Not great, but my performance is high. 15.
15, that's good. Yeah, they like your little stories and poems as they lead you around the warehouse and give you a tour.
Okay.
Tara's father wants to know. So that Tara, you and her are friends, right? You're good friends with my daughter.
Oh, I'm good friends with everyone in that group. They're really awesome. Awesome.
Oh well, you seem like a nice young man, and I just wanted to let you know that Tara's she's single, just so you know.
I don't do that. I don't laugh when he says that.
Oh well, I just thought I'd point that out. That's all.
Ooh, that's good to know. Tara is a wonderful person. She just lights up a room when she walks into it.
That's the way I see it too. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Is Finn's dad there?
Yeah, he's there as well. Yeah,
And I kind of just want to talk to him.
he sort of rolls his eyes when he hears Tara's father say that. He says, "Oh, no, start that again. Let her make up her own mind."
And then I just have casual conversations with both of them.
Okay. Anybody else doing anything?
I'm going around to the staff, seeing what I can help with.
Okay.
Also kind of snooping a little bit indirectly, but...
Eventually, they sort of assume that you are part of the staff.
All right.
And they all start just giving you things to do.
I'm walking around carrying dishes.
Carrying plates of food and dishes and things. They just assume that Athelflaed is part of the hired help for today. And yeah, they are just treating you as though you were just another employee of a catering company.
Day number 1. No one notices.
Anybody else?
I think that Paxton is just kind of walking around the grounds and like enjoying the trimmed shrubbery and all that stuff. Like he's never seen anything like this before, so he's just on a little walkabout.
Yeah, gardening of this kind is uncommon in other parts of the world, but it's nice.
I am going to go see Maydew because
snap.
I know that he'll be at the party this evening and he'll know I'm there. And there's no way I could avoid talking to him. So I'm going to get it done with now.
Okay, you don't want to talk to him at the party.
Well, I don't want to be cornered with him at the party when I need to leave to go break the soul jar.
Smart. Very smart.
So you go to the Saywell household. So the Saywell household is
Well, is it morning? Because if it's morning, he's at the soul jar.
Yeah, you don't know where he is. It is morning.
I would assume he's back at the soul jar again.
Okay, you're gonna go back to the soul jar?
Sure, yeah.
Okay. He is on duty with the other 4 of his friends, the beautiful 4, along with the one ugly guy. They're all standing around the jar. You just walk straight up to Maydew?
Sure.
I get the sense that you're sort of dreading this.
Yes.
All right. You walk up toward Maydew, and he spots you and says, he looks instantly nervous. And he says, Tara, I am so glad to see you. I'm so sorry about Finn. I'm so sorry about Finn. I can't believe I said such terrible things the last time I saw you. And when I heard about Finn, I felt terrible. And I truly owe you my apologies. I'm so sorry. It's not worthy of a great house like mine for me to have behaved in such a way and said such rude things. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you're back. It's great to have you back in town, and the island is better with you. And I assume that you were able to make all the deals you were hoping to make.
Yeah, we had a successful trip.
Great.
Well,
except for yes, of course. I'm so sorry. What? I owe you a favor of some kind. Is there anything I can do for you? I'm so terribly sorry.
Oh, I can't think of anything that I need you to do.
Well, I'm really looking forward to the party tonight. It's going to be wonderful, and I think that, maybe we could talk again then. I'm supposed to be on duty, you know.
Oh, I'm sure we might have to talk afterwards because I know I'll be busy because I just got into town and I haven't seen so many people.
Of course,
But
yes, of course.
I'll be delighted that you'll be in attendance.
Okay, well, I'm really looking forward to it, and again, I'm so sorry, and please, accept my apologies. You've never seen him this humble and apologetic before.
I think Finn just thought you were being usual. But thank you. I didn't know that you thought so highly of Finn.
Well, he looks really uncomfortable. He's trying to think of how to say this.
Finn was a great guy.
Finn was a great guy. He was wonderful. Yes, I would never speak ill of the dead. Of course, yes, Finn was a great guy.
Yeah.
He was great. Finn was a wonderful person.
Tara's like looking at this old jar behind him, like she expects to see like Finn attacking the glass behind him. Like I don't know.
Yeah, nothing happens. While you're here, do you want to case the area out or anything? Is there anything you'd like to do while you're here at the square?
Sure. Let me just kind of look around at the area to see if I can think of any place where it would be best for us to approach.
Okay.
What I think kind of like the weakest spot would be, not necessarily like in the glass, but as far as having people, like vision of people.
Okay. Well, let me explain the layout. And you know that it's usually not crowded here in the evening, so you're planning to come by in the evening. There are 4 magical flames that are set out every night around this glass container because it gets very dark here because of the tarps over all the streets and over all the buildings. There are 4 streets that feed into the square from the cardinal directions, and each corner is dominated by an ancient arrival institution of some kind. So there are the 4 corners between the streets. The northwest corner is the main entrance of the Scholars Guild, the world's oldest university. It includes a school of wizardry operated by the magistracy, and Finn studied magic there. The northeast corner is the home of the Aelgistern, one of the oldest inns in the world. Most historians agree that it was one of the first shelters built when the sentient races awoke 2,000 years ago. And it looks like it, although parts of it have been shored up with timber from the Great Forest. You can see that it's sort of a somewhat decrepit-looking building. The southeast corner is the Hall of Martial Valor, which is a combination history museum and training ground. And it honors the world's past heroes, as well as the children of noble families from around the world that come here to train and become officers and warriors. And there are usually people on guard in front of this building, although that's just purely ceremonial. They're usually not anyone really dangerous.
Did Tara study there?
You did study some there, yes. The southwest corner is home to the towering First Bank, and it rises all the way up to the level of the tarps above the city. In fact, the tarp above it is being pushed up slightly by the top of the building. And the bank, closes in the evening, and there's usually not anyone on guard on the outside of the bank, although there may be someone on guard inside the bank in the evening. And you know that your parents have accounts here, which is especially useful when doing business in the Free Cities because the First Bank has several branches in the Free Cities. And then the jar itself is usually guarded by at least 4 people. So these big boulevards lead from north, south, east, and west up to this big glass container. And then there are these 4 buildings on the corners made by the streets. It's a pretty open area. There's really not cover to speak of, unless there are carts moving through. There are some pillars in front of the wizard school. But other than that, there's not a lot of cover or anything to hide behind.
Okay.
Anything else you want to look at?
No, I don't really want to ask anyone any suspicious questions at this point.
All right, well, you head back to the house.
Maybe during the day, I want to go and see if I can find some sort of cloak that can fit over my armor, like a hooded cloak that can buckle in the front.
Sure.
Basically hides the fact that I'm wearing armor, even though I'm sure I would still be huge and bulky.
There are plenty of places selling clothes.
Preferably not a fancy one, something that looks really durable as opposed to something like, super well made or embroidered or anything like that.
Sure. You can find one for just 2 gold pieces.
Okay.
It's not fancy.
Can I get it in black?
Sure.
Cool.
Black cloak.
It's the stealthiest color.
All right. Now everybody gets back to the house. And is there anything else you want to do before the party?
Paxton, you and I have become close.
Indeed.
I assume. And, we had that conversation about Tara and how it seemed like she might like me. And she was a little shy about talking to her ex and then introducing me and the struggles that come with that. And, I've been trying to get good with Tara's parents. I think I'm very charismatic and...
Oh, I would agree.
But, I don't want Tara to think that I'm trying to win her over through her parents. I'm trying to do this the right way, and I was hoping you could give me some advice. You seem like the wisest of all of us.
Well, yeah, I would say don't try to schmooze too hard with her parents, like right in front of her. But you've been doing it while she's gone, and I think that's probably the wise move. And what I would say, be a protector. Like, make sure that no harm comes to her, even though she is a very strong woman who can take care of herself. Making sure that you always are keeping an eye on her. Like, it's more to let her know that you're looking out for her than it is to actually keep damage coming to her and everything. Just let her, you know.
You know, that's part of the reason why I wanted to be with her during the operation. I'm still unsure about whether smashing that jar is 100% the best idea. But you guys want to do it, and Tara really wants to do it, and I'm more there to keep her safe than smash the jar.
Well, if you feel about Tara the way it sounds like you do, then I think that there is no one better prepared to cause a giant distraction to keep the heat off of her than you, my friend.
Oh, I will make it burn out there. Let's go to a party.
Yes. Get our party on.